Hear me. All right. Then we continue to figure it out. Um, that goes to 4. Hmm. This. That should be my response. Use him. Down. 2, 4. Then 6 goes on. So you may flip to alter ego, choose to exhaust Bucky Burns, or remove this card from the game, or discard the highest printed cost card from your hand. And take indirect damage equal to the cost, and then discard the obligation. So I'll flip to hero. Two. One. Two damage on him. Then we go 1, 2, no quarter. Dealing 4 damage, additional damage because of the cybernetic arm. So that'll be 5. He's only got 1 HP. So we do 4 excess damage. So he's gone. Triggering with the protector to remove 2 off of this. This goes up by 1 because we defeated a character, and then it goes up by 1 because of his when defeated effect. So that's 2. And then we have 4 excess damage. So for each point of excess damage dealt to the enemy by this attack, discard the top card of your deck. And for each aggression, red card that is discarded this way goes into our hand. We got 1 that's discarded. So only this is gone. This goes into our hand. Power of aggression, and then we'll do the looking for trouble, phone technique. We'll hold on to those 2. Oh. Let's throw this one away just to get rid of one of these. That's ready up. One goes on. Batroc attacks. And defend for 2, 3. We take 1 damage. Drops us down to 9. Aim Soldier hits us for 2. Counter card, Surge. And then for each character we control, this goes up to 2. For each character you control, choose either to exhaust that character or place 1 threat on alert level. So we'll exhaust 1 for about 1. He's already exhausted, so this is going to go up to 3. Let's play Bring It. Draw 2 cards for each engaged minion. Play 2. That in. And keep that for a resource. Use Metal Punch to reduce this down to 2. And Cybernetic Arm. Cybernetic Arm, and then Wild Resource. We'll use it as an energy resource to pay for electrical discharge, using Looking for Trouble as the second resource. So we get an additional damage because we use the arm, so we deal 5 damage to Batroc. And we'll stun him. Then we'll stay up another turn. So Flamethrower goes on, Batroc is stunned. Machete attacks. We are going to we're going to use Cybernetic Arm. We're going to arm block. So we'll deal 3 damage to him. So he'll be defeated. This will go up by 1. So this will go to 3. Prevent all damage. And Lethal Protector. Move 2 off of that. And then we can hero response after you attack and defeat an enemy, discard this card. Which, actually, no, we can't because we're not exhausted. So, no, we can't do that. So, scratch that. Aim soldier will attack for 2. 2 will go through. Then schemes for 2, 3, 4. So 4. So that's 8. And we're on player turn. So I got 4 health. We will. I have a physical resource. That sucks. Alright, well, we don't have the sub for that. Let's put our rifle on. And then let's attack Batroc. And we'll exhaust our rifle to get +2 for range and piercing. That's 4 damage. So that'll clear. So when he would be defeated, his hit points go back to 12. We remove 6 right off the main scheme. And he goes back to 12. Then we're gonna flip down. And hopefully we don't scheme out. So 1 threat goes on. He schemes for 2. Attach this card. This is a nonsense card. So basically every attack we do, he's always going to prevent 2 of it. And then we have to remove a token. And then he does this until all 4 tokens are removed. He only schemes for 2, so this goes up to 5. He schemes for 1. This is at 6. We get the encounter card when revealed. Discard an upgrade or support that you control. We'll discard our arm because we can just get it right back. So if these are following through, to use cybernetically enhanced to put that back in play. That's a sweet ability. We're going to recover for 3. And then we are going to... we're going to flip the hero. We are going to... We're going to use Spoiling for a fight, discard until we draw into a minion. Put him into play. In return, we get the ready back up. Then we're going to use Bring It. Draw 1 card for each minion engaged with us. So we drew into a mark and another Hone Technique. We will use the Hone Technique to decrease this down to 2. Really wish I could get that Hall of Heroes in play. Set that up. No, we're not going to be able to. We're going to use that as a resource, drop this down to 1. And then we are going to use 2 resources to... Oh. We can't. Hold on. Maybe we can use that. Hold on. Think this through. We gotta use the arm to pay for that so we can do the wild resource for the electric. And we throw that as the second one that pays for that. We'll throw 4 on him. He'll take only 2. Stun him. He won't get the activation for that. And then... I can just take out Rapido so we don't have that 3 attack coming at us. So we are going to take that down to 1. And then we Cybernetic Arm. Use another mark. This will be an energy resource because it's wild. And then we deal 5 damage to Batroc. He will prevent 2 of that damage, and we will remove 1. So he will take 3. So 7, 8, 9. So he goes down to 9. We get to stun him again. And then we go after Rapido. Exhaust the winner rifle. They'll do 4 damage. He'll be defeated. And then this will go up to 2. Triggering our Lethal Protector. And then we hold on to Hall of Heroes. out. Get a counter card. Oh, you know what? I forgot a response. So when I defeat a Rapido, I would what would I do differently? So when I defeated Rapido, I triggered the Lethal Projector. I'm gonna go ahead and trigger. I would trigger this also instead, which would ready my character. So this will be going on discard pile, so that means it'll be part of that. And then I can confuse Batroc. And then I would do another basic attack on the Batroc, which he would prevent the 2 damage, and then that would remove another token. Alright, and then we would have done that, decked out, get the encounter card. I think that's better. So now we have him stunned and confused. So we can do another safe go down. And maybe get a heal in. No, we're not too bad health. We're 8 out of 11 right now, but I think if we can get some follow-throughs on the board, maybe get that Hall of Heroes on the board, I think we'll be in a lot better position now. I want to get those tokens done. Alright, so we got another silent infiltration. That's sweet. So we'll try getting one of those down. Alright. So 1/3 onto the main. Batroc is confused. Team Soldier will attack me for 2. We'll go ahead and take that damage. So that will plus 6. Then we get another encounter card. So first one is exhaustion. So we have a surge on that. So I'm exhausted. And then for each character you control, choose either exhaust that character or place 1 threat on there. So we'll exhaust Angel to prevent 1. And then this will bump up to 3. And then Shadows of the Past. Alright, so this will be the first time I actually get to deal with Crossbones. And he has Quick Strike. So I just took 2 damage, so I'm at 4 health. And what we got here? Alright, so each Hydra minion gets +1 attack, +2 hit points. And when defeated, the player who defeated the scheme searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and reveals it, and then shuffle. So, Force response: after Crossbones attacks and defeats an ally, place 2 threat on the main scheme. He has 5 health. And he gets +2, and he has +2 health. So we probably should get rid of it. All right. Huh. What do we do? I feel like no quarter is the option. We can cybernetic arm. I mean, we can actually put 2 here. Put this in. We already got them fused. Maybe we have to use our Hall of Heroes to do this. So we use our cybernetic arm, generate a resource. Well, not yet. So the plan is if we can utilize also and get some extra power out of the Hone Technique. Because Hone Technique is when you play an aggression attack event, if you pay for that event using a mental resource, increase the amount of damage on that event by its printed cost, which is 2. And also there's a requirement of playing no quarter, which you have to have you have to at least pay 1 physical resource to do that. So cybernetic arm can generate the physical resource, and then Hall of Heroes has a mental. I don't want to throw this away. These have been very helpful in this game. So all right, we're gonna take the look at. We don't want to throw this away either. Throw away the looking for trouble to decrease that to 2. It's gonna go back up to 3 anyways. All right, so we're gonna throw away looking for trouble, drop that down to 2, and then we are going to exhaust cybernetic arm to generate a wild resource for an attack event. We're going to generate a physical resource to contribute to the cost payment for no quarter, and then we'll use Hall of Heroes as the other one, which has a mental resource, which will also count for using a mental resource. So this is going to be dealing 4 damage to the. I wish I had overkill on this thing right now, but we don't, so that sucks. So this is going to deal 4 damage to the enemy, plus 1 more additional damage because of cybernetic arm, so that's 5 damage in total. And then with the mental resource we kicked in from Hall of Heroes to the no quarters, we add 2 more because of its cost. So that's going to be 7 damage that we're throwing onto the aim soldier. So yeah, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So they have 1 health point left. So that's going to be 6 excess damage dealt to the soldier, aim soldier. So a couple of things. Because of the effect of no quarter, for each point of excess damage the enemy is dealt in the attack, discard the top card of your deck and add each aggression red card discarded this way to your hand. So that's going to be 6 potential discards, or 6 potential cards we can get into our hand. So let's finish that up real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so out of 6 cards, 1 is not going into our hand. And then we can respond after defeating an enemy to remove 2 threat from a scheme. Okay, that's sweet. Let's. Hmm. So we have the power of aggression. I wish we had an overkill right now. So if I do that, put that in, then do 1, 2, put this in. If I do 2 here, put this in, and then do, hold on to this, these two, use the power of aggression for this. It won't be access though, that sucks. He's got 7 health right now. It would probably be my best interest. Probably my best interest to be that. Then probably my best interest to use this, put that in, and then do this one to put that one in, and then maybe do these two and put that in just to have it, because we're going to be going for the flip down anyways. That might be the better option. Alright, so power of aggression, and we put in a follow through, and then we'll use a into the fray to put in a man on the wall, and then we'll use the no quarters and the other follow through to put in another silent infiltration. And then we'll flip down. And we hope we survive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So one thread goes on. And he's going to be confused. He's going to steam for 2. So that goes on to 6. And we get another minion with guard. Bucky's gonna heal for 3. We're gonna use a mark, and we're gonna put a safe house in. We're gonna use it. We're gonna search for a minion. We'll pull out a Hydra Mercenary. It also has guard. I can draw a card into Bring It. Perfect. I was hoping for that. Right. So. So we're going to flip the hero. And then we're going to Spoiling for a Fight, discard until we get another minion. So we got another one of these guys. Also has guard. And then we can ready up. And then we can play Bring It, draw 1 card per it only can use this 1 per phase. Draw 1 card for each minion engaged with us. We have 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We will use the home technique to let's bring this down. And then Since we're engaged with 4, we can use Man on the Wall. And then lower the next card that we play by 1 for each minion engaged with us. So we will go ahead and put another Silent Infiltration on. Ones we need to get rid of. So crossbow, we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that because he also gets +2 health also and attack. See how many more we got left in the deck. So there would be 1 more in there. So play 1 resource, and we will put in our Winter's Mask. Now we're a spy. We will have we could potentially draw into something that could help us, so we might as well try and take one of these people out. So I think we should take out. So he's got 7 health right now, so that's not gonna help. So I think we should take out. Well, he's a 1-shot, but I think we'll do that one. So we'll have Winter Soldier attack the Hydra Mercenary. We'll use our rifle to increase it by 2. So that'd be 4 attack right there. Yeah, so he's defeated. So this will go up by 2. And then triggering the Lethal Protector response. We can remove 2 threat from scheme. And then Silent Infiltration we'll use. It's already up. Then we can confuse. I said we confuse. We'll confuse Embassy Guard, and he's vulnerable, so we discard this character if he becomes stunned or confused. So his win defeat effect won't activate because we discarded him. And then we can use that response for defeating the other one. Draw 1 card into an arm block. Oh, actually, staying and taking the tail with that. I'll take the 2 off of that one. Because now I can actually use Angela to attack Embassy Guard. No. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have Angela attack the Embassy Guard. And then she'll be defeated by Consequential, which won't trigger that. And then I'm going to use... That's going to go up to... Oh, no. It's not defeated yet. I'll just hold off. I can thwart. So I'll thwart that. And then this will get rid of his extra attack. And his health points. And then I have to search the encounter deck and discard power for a Hydra minion and then reveal it. And I think, yeah, I think we're good on that. So we'll hold on to these. Now we're ready up. And we'll draw to their hand size of 5, so we drew him to a spawn fight, so that's 3, 4, 5. And then one threat goes out to main, so that's 7, and then Batroc is going to attack. And do I take it? Well, Cybernetic Arm, we're going to shield block. So we'll deal 3 damage to Batroc. He'll block 2 of it. So he'll take 1, that removes 1 token. So 2, 3. We take no damage. Crossbounce attacks us for 2. Was that like 4 damage? 2, 4, 5 damage coming at us. Take the 5, hold on to the 2. We'll take 2 damage. He'll hit us for 2 damage. We're at 3, and then he hits for 1. Patrol, find the aim scientist, put him into play, engaged with you. Alright. And we are still alive. Alright, so we're engaged with 5 minions. Patrol's in place, so we can't do that. This actually should have gone up to 3. So what do we do? We need to flip down. That's what we gotta do. We need to remove some threat too. I'm gonna attack, then put 2 damage on Hydra Mercenary. And then I'm going to play Spoiling for a Fight because why not? Why not get more minions on the table? So we get our Hydra Mercenary into play. And we can ready up. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minions in play. We'll play Bring It. Max 1 per phase. Draw 1 card for each minion that's engaged with you. So we get to draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to throw away our electrical discharge to decrease that down to 2. I'm going to put marked on this minion. And then going to do some stuff. 2, 4, 6, 7. There's 7 on there. So I'm going to do a Power of Aggression. Actually, wait. Maybe that's not the right answer on that one. Try not to flip that yet. I want to get that cleared and get a safe flip down. No both advances are in there. I think maybe we do it on this guy. Might be the better option. We're gonna put the marked on Crossbones, and then we're gonna pay Power of Aggression, and we're gonna use Aggressive Energy to play into the fray. So we will also have one of these wild resources be a mental resource to contribute to the hone technique. So so we're gonna be dealing 6 damage to Crossbones, and then we get extra damage for the amount of Into the Fray because we used a mental resource. So that's gonna be 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we get 1 more for the follow through, so that's 9. So out of that 9 damage, 5 of it will get soaked on the Crossbones. So the 4 access damage will be overkill because we have marked on it. So he's going to prevent 2 of that damage and take 2, and then this will get rid of his last token. So this is finally gone. And then for every excess damage that we had, we can remove off of the main scheme, and it's an attack and not a thwart, so it counts. So we'll remove 4 threat off of the main, and then that will defeat Crossbones, so this will bump up to 3, And then I can trigger my lethal protector response, remove 2 threat from scheme, which we will. And then we'll hero response our silent infiltration. We'll discard it. Ready up, or crap. Oh, I did that out of order. Alright. So before I would have done that, I would have done an attack. And I would have thrown 2 damage on him. Then I would have done this. Discard that, ready up. Now it's good. So, Crossbones is gone. And I have Winter's Mask to respond to draw into another card into another Into the Fray. So that's cleared, and then I think I will actually throw that into the fray to remove one of those off. And then how much threat's going to be coming at us? He's going to be, he's confused. So he's got 2 damage, he's got 2 damage, he's got 2 damage. He's just chilling. He's just chilling here with guard. So, we got what, 3 cards in our hands, so I think this would be a good move for me. I could exhaust, put another 2 damage on somebody, but I think what I'll do is I'll flip down, and then that way I can get two heals in. So we're gonna flip down, we're gonna recover with 3, and then we're gonna ready up. And we'll hold on to these 3 cards, so then we have another bring it for next turn, so we'll have another good card draw. So that's gonna be 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of metal punches. We got Black Widow. And then it's gonna be villain's turn, so 1 threat goes on. Batroc is confused. And then he's gonna scheme for 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Alright, so not bad. So we played that correctly. Then the encounter card will be a surge into bullshits. For each character you control, choose either to exhaust that character or replace 1 threat. Whatever, we're just gonna let it happen. I only have 1 character anyways. I'm about to have a huge card draw, so I'm okay with that. Alright, cool. So it's our turn. Oh yeah, there should be 1 more actually. So that's that should be at 5. Because of that. Alright, so our turn, we are going to recover because health is good. So and then we are going to use our safe house again. So let's take a look at our really thin deck. So these is what we got to deal with here. Alright, so this doesn't reveal, it just puts them into play, right? So this is going to get put into play. So this won't activate his we're going to reveal the effect, which is nice because I don't feel like losing my rifle again. And then we get to draw 1 card into a no quarters. Alright, and then we are going to flip the hero. Now we're going to play our Bring It. So max 1 per phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 6 card draw. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We deck out, so we're going to get an encounter card. Alright, so we have options. Alright, so this is my current hand right now. Pretty much its own deck. So I think the logical thing to do at this point would be I can either put Black Widow in for free, which wouldn't help because we didn't use an attack event yet. Oh my goodness, look at all these minions. I think what we'll do is let's get this in. So we're going to men on the wall. So our next card that we play gets reduced by 1 for each minion engaged with us, which we have 6 minions engaged with us, so we get to put this in for free. So now we get 3 hit points. So we're at what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're back to our basic. We're back to our starting health. This is amazing. And then where do we start? I think I'm going to take the... Well, we can't... Which one of these has patrol? Only one of them? So... We do not have... I'm going to put these two in here too. And I'll throw this one too. Get rid of that. And then I think what we'll do is I want to play no quarter. Actually, you know what? That was dumb. Alright, hold on. New plan. This was at 3. I'm gonna play these two to put another follow through in. And then I'll use one of my metal punches to reduce one of those. And then we're gonna do cybernetic arm. And we're gonna play aggressive energy. And we are going to play aggressive energy, cybernetic arm, to play no quarter. So cybernetic arm will generate a mental resource, will generate a physical resource from the aggressive energy to pay the cost for no quarter, which will trigger the home technique requirement to using an attack event for using a mental. So we'll add the cost of the 2 on that. Plus we get 1 additional damage from the cybernetic arm. And then any X damage we get increased by 1, 2 on here. So this is going to be dealing 4 damage. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the cost. 9, 10. So let's do the math here. So we'll just say we're dealing the 4 damage to the soldier. So we're dealing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 being thrown at this aim soldier. So that'll be 7 left over, and then 8, 9. So he'll be defeated. This goes up by 1, triggering the lethal protect response to remove 2 off of here. Triggering the winter mask lets me draw a card into an Angela. And then, so the excess damage was, sorry, so much math. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I get to draw 9. So he only had 1 health point left. So I get to draw 9. I get to do 9 discards from my deck. And any aggression cards go into my hand. So let me just move this away. So we're still currently... So drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of 9 draws, 1 card goes into my discard pile. It's ridiculous. And my long turn still continues. Alright, so we should probably work on that. Alright, so I'm going to take these 2 metal punches and the electrical discharge, and I'm just going to clear those out. And then I'm going to use Looking for Trouble, and I'm going to use another... Oh, actually, before I do that, I'm going to use one of my Power of Aggressions to put in another Follow Through. So now we have 3 on the table. And then we're going to use Aggressive Energy and Looking for Trouble. So we use this as a mental resource, and that's a physical resource, to play another No Quarter. And I guess we'll repeat the process. So we're gonna do 4 damage to the Hydra Mercenary, and it's gonna be +1 because we used an aggressive energy, and you get +1 for when you pay for an attack event. So that's gonna be 5, and then with the Hone Technique, 6, 7, and then 7 on him. He only has 1 health point, so that's gonna be 6, and that's gonna be 6 excess points of damage. And then 7, 8, 9. So we get to again discard 9 cards from our deck. And any aggressive cards go into our hand, the rest get discarded. So that's getting discarded. So we get 1. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we lose a arm block, we lose a silent infiltration. And then these go into our hand. And then we put 1 onto the main. Cool. So now we are going to play a Power of Aggression, and we are now going to put a Hall of Heroes into play. And I have another No Quarter. So let's see. Let's put Angela in there to remove this. Let's put a marked on a Hydra Mercenary. Let's put a marked on the Embassy Guard. That's not marked. That's marked. Oh, and I forgot to do my lethal protector. So I should have been able to take 2 off that. And then let's put a marked on. I'll put one on here too. Why not? Let's go 1, 2, 3. And then we'll put a Black Widow in our hand. When she comes in play, I can search for a attack event in my discard pile and put it into my hand. And I'll go for the electrical discharge. And then I think what we'll do is we have patrol out. Just double check that. No, just have guard. Perfect. All right, cool. So I think what we'll do is then we'll have her clear the rest of this, which will push it to the second stage. Locate missing persons. This comes in with 3 threat per player. Let's take 1 consequential. And we're going to do 2 resources. Oh, there's one of them electric, right? Yep, spoiling for a fight is electric. All right, we're good. We'll do electrical discharge. Oh, wait, he's got a guard. Can't do it. Never mind, taking that back. Rather put a token on this also. I mean, I guess I could just do another no quarter, but I don't have a physical to do it. We'll just stop there, I guess. We did a lot on that turn, a lot. So we're gonna be up. Everything's ready, and then we'll drop to a hand size of 5, so we have 4 and 5. And 2 threat goes on to the main. Batroc is going to attack. And we will take it, I guess. So, well, we'll just take it, I guess. No, we don't need to do a basic attack. Well, we'll just block just for funsies. So we're just going to block, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4. So we'll take 2 damage. 9. And then this goes up by 1 because he attacked. And then Embassy Guard's going to attack for 2. And then he's going to hit me for 1. He hits me for 0. He hits me for 1. And then he hits me for 1. So that drops me down to 4. And then we get another encounter card. This decks out. So now this will accelerate. Alright, so our first encounter card is High Tech Armaments. Attached to crossbones, otherwise attached to the villain. Force response after High Tech Armament to an enemy, that enemy activates against you. And he gets +1 attack. So he's going to attack me again for... Alright, well, Black Widow's going to defend, so that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. So she goes down. This goes up by 2, and then it goes up by another one because she got defeated. And then we have Commander Security Officer. When revealed, if alert level is on high side, place 1 acceleration token here. When defeated, remove 1 threat on the alert level. That comes in with 3. And we almost died. I think also I was supposed to put 1 more on there because of this. So it should be at 5, 6. Alright. We are still alive. Alright. Our move. So I think what I want to do is we have to at least get we have to get at least 1 civilian to win this scenario. So let's see what we can do. Let's do spoiling for a fight. We discard cards from the counter deck until we get a minion. Alright, so we get an embassy guard. This in turn allows us to ready up. This has guard. Alright. So the plan is this. I'm going to try to utilize these overkills to win. So let's play. We're gonna play a Bring It, so we can draw 1 card for each minion that's engaged with us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, another 6 card draw. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We deck out, so we get the encounter card. All right, we get a nice fresh deck now. Looking for trouble. All right, so now we have a Into the Fray right now. We have actually 2 Into the Frays. So what we're gonna do is we are going to play. I think we're gonna use Man on the Wall to put in Silent Infiltration in for free. And then we're going to... These are our cards too. We're going to not carry it. I'm not even going to care about this anymore. So I'm going to go 1, And then actually maybe I do the first one. We'll do no quarter first. So let's exhaust cybernetic arm. Actually, we don't even need to do that. Yeah, we do, because we don't have the physical. Cybernetic arm to generate a physical resource, and then we'll use this hone technique to pay for the account for that. So we're going to be doing 4 damage to this embassy guard right here. Yeah. 4 to this embassy guard, and it's going to be 5. So 5 to that 1, that's 4, and then 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be, because he's got overkill also. So first things first, that 7 overkill is going to hit Batroc. So when he would be defeated, we would remove 6 threat off the main, so that's 5, 6. And then we would rescue a captive, which comes into play exhausted. And then Batroc goes back to 12. And then this goes back to 3. And then, oh, that's the threat. This goes back to 3. Well, actually, no. We actually decide at this point. So we've already rescued a captive. Rescue a captive ally, exhausted. The players may advance to stage 3A. I think we will. And also this goes up to high side. And then this moves over. So we're going to this. If the alert level is on high side, deal each player another face down counter card. So it's 2. And then remove all threat from the alert side level, which doesn't matter. If we're on expert mode, it goes, you put 2 on it. And then this flips over, and then this comes in with 12 threats. And then in expert mode, each minion gains quick strike, and then when an enemy attacks, it attacks a rescue captive instead. If there's no threat here, the players win the game. This comes in with 12 threat. And we pretty much have game here now. So this is gone. Yeah. So that's gone. And then I'm going to also put second token on here. And then I will trigger this to draw a card into Angela. This was played. And then we'll discard this one to confuse Batroc. And then Lethal Protector, we're allowed to move 2. Alright, and then now we're going to continue our turn. So we're going to play Into the Fray. So we'll use Angela as a resource. And then 2 more. So that'll be 3 resources. And since we played a mental for home technique, we get to add our cost of the 3 on it. And we're attacking this guy right here. So it's going to be, so it's 6 damage, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to be 11 excess damage and overkill. So he goes down to 1. He gets defeated. This gets bumped up to 3. Lethal Protector allows me to remove 2. So this would go to 8. And since it was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So since it was 11 excess damage dealt, we get to remove that threat from the main scheme, which we do. And that will defeat Batroc. That took a while. But it worked. And also to, there we go. So there you go. That is some massive overkill damage. That's just insane of how many cards I was able to draw out of that. But we'll get some water. It is really hot today.